Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to be going over some knives that the world famous Michael Hale brought over here. And we're also going to be opening up a package all the way from Meridian, Idaho, over 2,000 miles away. That's pretty cool. And we're also going to be cleaning up one of his knives. It's just going to be a light cleaning, guys, but it's looks new, like it's never been used. We're going to clean it up. It's been stored inside a leather sheath. It's got that green corrosion on it. We're going to just be wiping it down with Neverdull and getting it ready for him to sell at the Blade Show that's coming up November 16th, 2024 in Ellaville, Georgia. So y'all be sure to check that out. I have a flyer out right now. We're going to have food trucks. It's going to be open from 9 to 5. There is going to be an admission fee, guys, for $1 per person. But kids 10 and under are free. So it's just a way to recoup some money to help pay for the place. It's a very nice place. And we're going to have, there's 8 bathrooms in there, air conditioned. It's just beautiful, beautiful. So just want to thank y'all again for all the support. But we're going to be wiping that knife down. But there's some cool knives down here that I'm also going to be cleaning up probably toward the end of the week or first of next week for him. Very cool knives. I've heard of these knives, and I think I know where one's at. I'm probably going to go back and get, but we'll get in more detail on that when I'm showing you these knives. But again, all these knives was his granddad's knife. So there's really one cool one here that's new. It looks good. It really does. And another thing, in tomorrow's video, guys, me and Mr. Glenn, I'm picking him up this morning at 9 a.m. We're going to go over to Buc-ee's, which is about an hour away. There's a subscriber out there that wants to trade a knife from Buc-ee's. It's a Bear & Sons. I'm not going to give you the secret yet. I'm not going to let y'all know until tomorrow's video what it is. But I'm supposed to pick it up. And if I like it, I'm going to pick me one up too. And Mr. Glenn might pick him one up too. But then, from there, we're going down to Hawkinsville. Mr. Wade and Mr. Eric, they always eat lunch on Tuesdays and Fridays over there. So we're going to meet them. I'm going to introduce Glenn to Mr. Wade and Eric today. And it's going to be fun. So we might even show some knives then. So it's going to be very cool. But anyway, guys, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in today. And I hope you enjoy the video. And I'm going to say one other thing. It's a great day in the knife shop when you got a good cup of coffee and you're about to talk about knives. Ain't that cool? Okay, guys, here are some of the knives that he brought. This is a Boker Tree brand razor, Barlow. It was made from 1978 through 1984. It's got brass pins, brass liners, and it's got that saw-cut Darren scales on the handles. But this is a awesome knife. But if you look it up, it's a Boker Tree brand 495 razor Barlow, and a very nice knife. But we're gonna wipe this down for him probably first of next week. But that's all it needs is just a light cleaning. But it's a great knife. Looks new too. This belonged to his granddad again. All these knives did. But ain't that cool? Beautiful knife. It's just a great looking knife too. Awesome. Love that knife. This is the one we're going to be just wiping down with Neverdull, guys. You see here, it's just got the classic corrosion that what brass and leather, when it sits on top of it for a while, it creates this green gook. And we're just going to wipe this down with Neverdull. But it's got a few scratches on it. But look at that blade. It don't even look like it's been sharpened. It does look like it's been used a little bit, not much. I don't know, that might just be, I don't know. It don't look like it's ever been sharpened to me. But we're going to wipe it down. It's going to look really good when we're done. Probably going to wax this too. But you see, this has never been carried at all. Very cool. But guys, these right here, I don't know if you've ever heard of this brand. I know some of y'all have probably. This is a rigid Very cool knife. Rigid was formed in 1970, and I think they started in California, but they moved to Arkansas. And they were really great knives. I think they lasted from 1970 to 1980. I've looked on blade forums. That's about when they said they went through, but then somebody got the rights to names and was making them overseas and stuff like that. But when they were made in the USA, I think it was from 1970 all the way up through 1980. And it was formed by two Buck employees. They started this company. They left Buck and started this. But these are well-made knives, guys. Check that out. Look at all the brass. It kind of looks like a Buck almost, you know. It's got its own look, but you got the big brass bolsters on the end. You got the finger grooves right here. But we're going to be cleaning this up, and you see it's a Rigid right there, USA. No, nothing else is on there. It's been used some, but this knife is going to be a beautiful knife when we clean this up. But ain't it big, though? It's huge. And look at the sheath. I got me some saddle soap, and what we're going to do is clean it, then we're going to wax it real good. So we'll be using saddle soap. I'll be using saddle soap for the first time. So I can't wait to get on this one day. It's gonna be a beautiful knife, guys. Beautiful knife. But here is another one, a fixed blade Rigid. Look at here. Let's see, we're gonna clean that sheath up as well, and we're gonna clean this beautiful knife up. Ain't that cool? Beautiful, ain't it? This knife's gonna clean up like new, guys. But there it is right there, Rigid USA. Pretty cool, ain't it? Never really held none of these, really. I found one in the pawn shop, and I think Travis, the case guy, said, Kevin, you should have picked that one up. So I'm going to go back to that pawn shop, if it's still there, and buy it. I'll be going soon. Ain't that awesome? I love that sheath design too, guys. And again, they must have liked them finger grooves there. But I tell you what, that joker ain't coming out. The only thing they didn't do was jipping right there, which has been great. Jipping right here, you know. And then a lanyard hole right back here. That'd have been a bad knife, yeah. It still is, don't get me wrong, guys. But it would have been an awesome knife if them three things would have took place. But again, I love that sheath design. And these sheaths are going to clean up good too, guys. Just wait and see. I cannot wait to clean these up. And this one here is a pilot survival knife made by the Ontario Knife Company. It is like brand new. See there? Ain't that awesome? And I think it's got the date up here. This thing has never been used, guys. Never been used. Ain't that awesome? This is going to be for sale at the knife show. All these knives are. I think that's the date right there. It's 2001. May of 2001. Because it's got that on the back as well. See there? May of 2001. Because when Camillus made them, they were putting the dates up here. And I think that's what that is. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that is the date. But that is a nice knife, man. Very nice. It's even got the sharpening stone right here. Pretty awesome, man. And this is just the tip of the iceberg for him. And I've got some more knives to show y'all as well. I'm just going to put blade wax on this knife. Very cool. Well, guys, that is it for the knives for showing y'all this morning. We're fixing to open that box, and then we're going to clean this knife up with Neverdull real quick. Again, guys, this package comes all the way from Meridian, Idaho, from Mr. Robert Thomas. We're going to open it up right here. Wow. Check all that stuff out, y'all. Dear Knife Dr. Kevin, My name is Bob, and since I found your channel several months ago, I'm hooked on the old knives, as well as your show. Appreciate that, buddy. First, let me say thank you for your service to this great country. Well, thank you again, sir. I come from an all-Navy family where my father and brother were in Korea, while his older two brothers were in World War II. Wow. I wasn't in the service and chose the law enforcement route. Well, thank you for your service, sir. That's no easy task. I retired just a few years ago. Well, congratulations, sir. I'm sending you some knives for you to keep or give away, along with the box knives for your auction. I also included a sheath, as you were asking for one on one of your recent episodes. I hope it will work for you. I have also included a small bag with some parts you might be able to use. Lastly, I know you are a Bigfoot fan, so I enclosed a sticker for you from Idaho. Bigfoot on an ice cream cone. Keep up the great content. Bob Thomas, Meridian, Idaho. Well, sir, thank you so much for all this stuff. Well, sir, I just want to thank you for everything. I want to thank you for your family's service to this great nation of ours. And I want to thank you, sir, for your service, for being a first responder. And congratulations again on your retirement, buddy. Let's look at the old Bigfoot right here. Wow. That's pretty cool right there. I like that. This is like a hologram. Ain't that cool? Love that, man. All right. This is, Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. You got a bell. A couple of bells. Check that button out, y'all. Ain't that cool? Thank you for this, buddy. Yes, for these will be going into the auction. Marbles. Look here, guys. Marbles make some pretty good knives, y'all. Even though they're China made, you know, they do make some good knives. It's a great looking knife. See that? Marbles. And this will be going into the auction here. Got match strike pulls on all the nail nicks. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know they made one like this. Again, guys, the next auction will be on September the 10th, 7 p.m. I'm going to create the show here probably this next week, start uploading the knives, and y'all can look at them and already start to pre-bid on them. So, very cool, Bob. Thank you for this, sir. This is a Frost cutlery. Man, that's a big knife. Got a leather lanyard hole back here. See that Frost right there? German stainless rostfree. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. Thank you for this. It's got, appears to be bone, the handles do, and it's a lock blade, brass liners, brass pins. Got jig bone right there too. That's very cool. Yeah, I'll clean this one up before we put it in the auction, guys. That's a nice knife. It really is. Very nice. Bob, thank you for these, buddy. Appreciate it so much. All right. Whoa, check that out, y'all. This is an Ulster Boy Scout knife. Got your main blade, and I can tell it can sharpen up like a razor too. It's got that gray tin in it, good carbon steel. You got your flat tip screwdriver, bottle opener, you got your can opener, and you got your punch blade. And it'll clean up good too. All the blades have snap. This is going to go in the auction too. Hoorah. And this one here, guys, is a Ideal USA. It's a very nice knife too, man. Good snap. Just a little jackknife is all. Plastic handles. That's an old knife. That's going to go in the auction too, guys. This is Imperial, made in Ireland. There it is. Imperial Ireland. That's a nice knife too. Lanyard hole. Serrated edge, lock blade. Yes, sir. We got your finger grips right there. That's a very nice knife. Very nice. We're gonna put this one in the auction too, Bob, if you don't mind, buddy. Because I have several of these, man. I have several of these too. I just want to share it with everyone, man. And these probably won't be going in this auction. It'll be the next month's auction in October, which the October auction is going to be going for to help pay for the venue for my for the Blade Show on November the 16th. So these will be in that auction. And here is a sheath. Great Seal of this state of Oklahoma. Wow. 1907. I have to go back and look to see what sheath I was needing. Very cool, buddy. I love that right there now. I love that. Thank you for this, Bob. I'll keep the sheath, but all these are going to be going into the auction, man. And I love these too. The Eagle Globe and Anchor right there. And Mr. Bigfoot here on an ice cream cone. I like that. Bob, thank you for all this, buddy. I appreciate it so much, man. Bob sent those knives and gifts all the way from Meridian, Idaho. 2,439 miles away from Ellaville, Georgia. Bob, appreciate all these gifts, buddy. Appreciate the knives. Appreciate the donations to the auction. Appreciate you supporting the channel, buddy. God bless you, man. Okay, guys, we're fitting to hit this with some Neverdull. We're going to get a brand new piece. Going to be a pretty good size piece, too. So, that way to get that gook off of there. You're going to be surprised how Neverdull will take this off and shine everything up. Going to take some elbow grease now. Don't think you're going to just wipe it down and be done. It's going to take a little elbow grease. The brass is tarnished pretty good on this thing. Probably been going at it about 5 minutes. Started right around 6 o'clock. So it ain't taking that long. All right, we're fitting to wipe it down now. I'm probably gonna be hitting it with some flits too. All right. And it is about a little after almost 14 minutes, 13 minutes on cleaning that up by hand. Okay, guys, it's still got some little scarring on the bolsters right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it on flits on it. Then I'm gonna take it over here on my little my Dremel with the little cloth wheel. We're gonna see if we can't get them stains off that brass right there. Okay, what I did, guys, I reapplied flits. Now we're fixing to wipe it down with this microfiber rag. Let's see if that got them scars out of that brass. Well, here it is, guys, the LB7 Uncle Henry Schrade. It's a pretty knife. That gook did scar the brass up some. You see that? But it's clean now. Very clean. This knife will be available at the world famous Michael Hill's table at the blade show. Beautiful knife, and it's been used. You see some scratches right there, but it's still a great knife. And what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna clean this with saddle soap and wax it down. You see it ain't been, this really ain't been carried though. You see it ain't even stretched out, but it's probably just been stored up, but it has been used some. Don't look like it's ever been sharpened though, but it's got a scratch right there and a few scratches right here, but still a great knife. Got a little scar right there on the handle. But I'm gonna work on this brass some more, guys, and try to get all them scars out for him. See that right there along there? It's a beautiful knife, it really is, but we're gonna keep it out of the sheath, because again, I'm gonna clean this with some saddle soap and wax it down for him. But it's a great knife though, beautiful knife. These are very solid knives too. The biggest issue with these is this little rod right here. It'll break. They'll break, and then the knife is really useless then, all because of that little bar right here that pushes up on this lock spring. Because right now when you push it down, you're pushing that little bar down, and you're able to unlock the blade then. So, but that's the biggest issue I've seen with these. But they're great knives. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I had a ball in the knife shop today, guys. I'm still enjoying my cup of coffee. Got to talk to y'all about some knives. I cleaned the knife, and I got to hold some knives I've never held before. That is a rigid, made from 1970 and 1980, guys, by ex-Buck employees. You know, Buck used to be in California, then they moved to Idaho. So, but the rigid line again was started in California. I forgot town name, but anyway, they moved to Arkansas, and somebody else got the rights to their name now, and I think they made them overseas. Some other USA companies made them here in the United States after 1980. I've also read it lasted all the way to 86, so there's conflicting stuff out there. But you know what? I haven't looked in here yet. Let's look in here. Rigid knives. This will tell you now. Rigid. Okay, here we go. All right, they was in California from 1970 to 1980. All right, that was the original rigid knives, and they are 2-star collectability. You can see it right here. There's 3 lines of rigid. Then you got rigid knives from Lake Hamilton, Arkansas, from 1980 to 1987. So that's where the conflict in information is coming from. See, I knew I should have looked at this book to start with. I just looked it up online. But then the rigid knives of Sevierville, Tennessee, United Cutlery, which I think is owned by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, from 1988 to 2007. So I don't think nobody else is, and I think those when they were making them overseas, where they're cheap and stuff. But that's very cool. So rigid knives, Santee, California, from 1970 to 1980. Those are 2-star collectability, in which I believe this is where these are made. So then the rigid knives from Lake Hamilton, Arkansas, from 1980 to 1987. Then rigid knives from Sevierville, Tennessee, United Cutlery, which I think is owned again by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, 1988 to 2007. Love this book, guys. Love it. So now we know. And I should have looked there first, but I looked them up inside the house, and should have come up here and got my book. I need another one to put in there, so to keep this one out here. But it's a great knife, guys. Great knives. I'll be cleaning these up probably next week sometime. But again, guys, I'm going to go pick up Mr. Glenn this morning at 9 o'clock. We're going to go to Buc-ee's and look for a certain knife that this subscriber wants. And from there, we're going to go to Hawkinsville to meet Mr. Wade and Mr. Eric, eat lunch with them. So it's going to be a great day, guys. Great day with friends. So again, guys, thank y'all for tuning in today. And I want to say God bless y'all. Until we meet again, guys, y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.
I'm the knife doctor on the road, saving old blades, so many stories told. USA made, fixing those springs, handles repaired, they shine and they sing. Flea markets, pawn shops, antique stores, searching for treasure, always room for more.